Hey everybody, and welcome to lesson 4, and today we're going to talk about the anatomy of your mousetrap and how to capture more leads. So the whole premise behind all this is you set out a piece of cheese, you wait for that mouse to come, they snag the cheese, they give you their information, and then they have just put themselves in your very own human mousetrap, right? So what we're going to talk about today is the aim of marketing is to know and understand the customer so well that the product or service fits him or her and sells itself. Peter Drucker. Today we talk about building the doorway to your online network marketing empire. In online marketing, there's a special kind of web page which will entice thousands of people to start selling you their contact information so you can do the very thing that you want to do, which is sell your products, services, and opportunity to people who want to hear about what you have to say and buy what you have to offer. This specific type of web page is called a capture page, or some call it a squeeze page, some call it an opt-in page. Very few, I do believe, call it a gateway page. I prefer to call it a capture page. And the page that allowed you to receive this valuable video series is an example of a capture page. The audience who comes to the capture page is given basically two choices. Give you their information and opt in exchange for valuable information or the cheese that you're going to give them, or get out. This seems a bit harsh, but let's rehash the all-important marketing principle I presented earlier. The money is in the list. No list, no money. You cannot create a relationship with your audience or tell them about what you have if you don't know their contact name or their name and don't have any of their contact information. Hence, get their information or politely invite them to leave. In case of the Tempur-Pedic, I had no problem giving up my info for a piece of cheese and some information so you know it works. And right now, if it didn't work, you wouldn't be on this video training right now receiving emails from me, right? So it does work, and it works very effectively when you understand the principles and the components of how it's done. Now, the components of a capture page. Let's talk about the components of the capture page and what makes it successful. Now, first, realize that most people surfing the web will spend no more than just a few seconds judging if a web page contains any content worth sticking around for. These folks are back button happy. Therefore, your capture page must engage their interest and convey your message within a few seconds. Second, realize that people make buying decisions based on emotions. Then they always follow that up with that decision with logic. Okay, so people will buy on emotions and then they back up that decision with logic. Your capture page must trigger that emotion, invoke a desire to want to opt in, and a curiosity, which is really key to see what's on the other side. Now, this is a form of copywriting, and I'm going to go over that in just another training here, and I also have a lot of other trainings on copywriting that you'll have access to as well. So your capture page has to make it brainlessly simple for them to logically conclude that it'd be silly not to give you their personal information. And you must do this in a very limited amount of space. Let's break down our sample capture page really quick and give you a crash course on the components. Now, understand that this is all I can really fit into one email and is by no means an in-depth training. That is what the button below this video is for. Okay. However, this should give you an idea of how it works. So the first component of a capture page is called the preamble headline, and basically what this does is it qualifies your reader. So if you look at successwithdamian.com/AMFLC, you'll notice black bold print in 12-point font right above the headline, and this is an example of a preamble headline. So if we go here, it says attention struggling network marketers. Now this is qualifying people. Okay, I am qualifying. I'm looking for people who are struggling network marketers. Now what this does is it qualifies my prospect that I'm personally looking for, because struggling network marketers are who I'm trying to help. Now if you have a say you want to help people get leads, you could say attention lead starved network marketer blah 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 blah. So what this really is it's just to qualify your prospect, so when they see that, they can have an emotional response to that preamble to get them to read your headline. Now, this is usually posed as an if question, or if you're looking for, or attention, right? So now the headline invokes an emotional response and makes them continue reading. So I'm going to go through some copywriting tips for you and some secrets, so I just want you to kind of pay attention to this. But the headline is how to personally sponsor 107 reps into your business in 60 days or less with one simple website. So let's just look at the wording real quick. How to personally sponsor, so you personally do it, personally get reps, 107 reps, so that's a large number. So it really builds a lot of curiosity into your business, not anybody else's business, your business, in 60 days or less. So that means it's quick with one simple website, which means it's simple. So if you look at these little words that they're using, how to personally sponsor 107 reps into your business in 60 days or less with one simple website, that builds a mountain of curiosity. And using the words like simple, 60 days or less, which makes it quick, your is more of a personal anonym. This is a very, very good headline, and it also invokes an emotional and a logical response, because honestly, I would love to know how to personally sponsor 107 reps into my business in less than 60 days. I'm doing really good right now, but I'm not at 53.5. So I just want to go over that, some copywriting tips and how you can actually invoke an emotional response using words like simple, personally, quickly, fast, etc. So other than that, I went on a rant, so sorry about that. The headline is the most important part of your capture page, so this will determine if your reader moves on to reading the rest of that page. Invoking emotional responses or the desire for benefit or pleasure is the most effective way to write a headline, and the details will come later, but just focus on providing benefits in your headline. Now, 3 is your subheadline, right? It builds the emotional response, it builds anticipation, it also builds and directs the reader to take some action, expands on the headline a little bit. All right, so what I like to call this right here, I call this a call to action headline. So enter email below, and I'll show you how in a free 10-day online prospecting bootcamp. So basically, what it is giving directions for people to put their information right here, and I'm going to show you how in a free 10-day online prospecting bootcamp. So, using the word free is always good. People don't like to pay for anything up front. Sometimes, most of the time, people don't like to pay for anything at all. But using free 10-day, it's short. That always seems to work very well. So that's what I would consider a very good and a very easy and simple direct call to action. Now, another thing we're going to talk about what's called bullet points, and this is optional as well, and I love bullet points. When you can learn how to use bullet points effectively, they're very powerful in your copywriting. So they're benefit-driven results, and what's the difference between a feature and a benefit, right? The answer to this can really make or break your capture page, and more on this in just a few days. But you can view bullets as mini headlines, which invoke desire and makes the reader take a lot of action. And of course, number 5 is your opt-in box. You get form fields for the reader to submit their information. This is where the reader takes action towards receiving more information, and you want to keep it simple. You want to keep it a name, email, and maybe a phone number. Now, I will give you a little tip. What I do that's really got my conversions higher is I just put an email in. Okay, so I'll get somebody's email. I have probably about 15, I think it's 15 emails that I send out consecutively over a period of time, and then eventually I'll invite them to maybe a webinar, or maybe I'll have them opt into one of my team members' webinars or my company's webinars, etc. And then I have them put their name in. So to get your conversions high, you can always kind of start out with just an email. Some people like to give their name, some people don't. I've always found that just an email form or an email opt-in only seems to will boost your conversions, and then you can always get their name and even their phone number at later on down the road whenever you actually invite them to a webinar or another training. So that's just a little tip for you. Number 6 really is the bribe. It's the cheese. I mean, what you're offering in exchange for their information, right? So sometimes in a very competitive market, you may need to provide more valuable information. Now, you need to offer a bonus or a bribe for their information. So this could be like an ebook, it could be a software, it could be a boot camp, it could be a secret way to make money, it could be a report, it could be case studies. Case studies are awesome. And in my website, mlmmarketingbootcamp.com, I'm going to give you all kinds of ideas for your cheese. But in this case, it was a free training that you can have for free at the end of the training course. I'm going to go ahead and give you that at the end of the training course. So basically, your homework, and really that's it for today. Your job today is to browse the internet and look at capture pages from successful internet marketers, so you know what I'm referring to. Now keep in mind that some of the pages below that I'm going to show you and that you can look at, they're targeting other marketers, so they tend to be amped up a little bit. But also keep in mind that despite their ugliness, some of these pages have opt-in rates of 30 to 60% and have been tested extensively. So what I mean by that is that for every 100 visitors, 30 to 60 of them opt in. So even though they're not very pretty, these things work very, very well. Now, you can go to susswithdamian.com /AMF-LC, which was what we just viewed. You can also go to successwithdamian.com /EMP LC, and basically this is targeting people who want to build their business using the internet. Successwithdamian.com/VSL for video sales letter, targeting people who want to learn copywriting through video or using sales pages. Successwithdamian.com simple video script formula. This is targeting marketers who want to learn how to use video marketing. Successwithdamian.com/list-building, targeting marketers and more importantly network marketers who want to learn how to build massive lists. So what I'll do is at the bottom of this video, I'll go ahead and let you download my whole slide selection, so you can go ahead and download the slides in a PDF format, and you can go check these out and kind of look at them, kind of look at them and test them and see what would be similar with what you are promoting right now. So tomorrow I will show you how to build a relationship with your capture page subscribers to turn them into believers of your opportunity, so you can capture more prospects. Okay, so by the way, if you're getting value from these trainings, please like this page at the bottom and leave a comment below, and I'd be happy to reply, and I would love to help you in any way I can. I really need a lot of feedback on my trainings. If there's anything I can do better for you, if there's anything that you would like to see, always leave a reply, and I'd be happy to help you. Okay, but other than that, until next time, peace out.